What's up guys, how you doing? If you haven't been to my channel before, my name's Flip Scriber. The subscribe button, the subscriber button is right down there. I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. Today we're talking about the DJI RS2 and specifically setting up your RavenEye for the Sony a7 III, Sony a7R III. I was doing it the other day and I had quite a few problems, but let's talk about that right now. You probably all saw this booklet if you got the Pro combo, and you opened it and you're like, okay, there's nothing in it. So I kind of played around with it and I ended up going to the DJI website, and I found a whole load of PDFs and I know exactly how to set it up, so you can either go and read that or you can listen to me and I'll walk you through it really quickly. You're going to need your RavenEye, which basically looks like this. I'm sure you know that already. At the back of it, you actually have one input, which is a power input. It's USB-C, and that powers it off the Ronin and makes sure it doesn't die when you're filming. Now, on the other side, you have HDMI and a USB-C right there. The USB-C is an RSS, but it doesn't work with the Sony. And the HDMI basically puts the image out from your Sony to this wirelessly to your phone. It's got a little cold shoe at the bottom with two little ball bearings that keeps it in place. Now, when mounting it, you want to open these guys up and check what direction they turn in and make sure they turn away from your gimbal. So if this is your gimbal right here, you're going to place them in this direction, not towards the arms, so away. And it's really easy to do. Let's unlock this. You have the cold shoe at the bottom there, and you just place it in, slide it till it clicks, and that is it. Let's lock it again. And you're going to need 3 cables. This is really simple. The first one I'm going to be using is the USB-C to USB-C 200mm, and it is a 90-degree one, and it looks like this right there. Focus, please. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically put it towards the back of the Ronin with the 90 degrees, and I'm going to put it into the bottom right there. That's it. Bottom of the Ronin. You've got 3 USB-C connectors. The bottom one is the one you stick it in. That's it. This will power that so it doesn't die. That is it. Next one we have is the HDMI D to C, and it looks like this. There you go. And what we're going to do is, let's get these guys out of the way. We are going to put this into the HDMI port and into the HDMI port of your camera. Simple. Next one is a very important one. Now, I just need to give you a little bit of details about this. Do not plug in USB-C to USB-C. So don't plug it in from the USB-C to the USB-C. It's not going to work. Don't plug it in from the USB-C to the USB-C here. It's not going to work. Maybe. Maybe with a firmware update. But what it does at the moment is when you turn on the app and connect to the RavenEye with the USB-C connected to here, because here doesn't do anything, but connected to here, you can control your ISO, your shutter speed, and your aperture, but you have a blank screen. Unless you turn it over to photo, then you can see an image. So it's basically useless at the moment. So what you need to use is the USB-C to Sony Multi, which looks like this. I'm sure you know it. It's what the Ronin S used to use until they did an update. Let's hope there'll be an update where we can actually use the USB-C and control it and see it at the same time. But this goes into the multi-hole at the bottom of your Sony, which is a bit finicky to get into, but okay, there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lace it underneath, over the plate, under the lens, and into the top of the 3 holes. The top one is for the RSS, the bottom one is to power the RavenEye, and the middle one is for your 3D focus system, which goes on top, which is not available yet, and I hope it will be soon because I have a ton of manual lenses. And that is basically your 3 cables set up. Really simple. So what we're going to do now, pull out these guys. First things first, turn on your phone, go to the Ronin app and get it all turned on. And it basically should, let's just record the screen so I don't have to show you all the reflections. It basically should look like this. And if you press connect to RavenEye, it will take you to this. You're basically going to go out of that and you're going to go into Wi-Fi. But first, we're going to turn on our camera, and you need to do two things before you do anything. Go into menu, go into your briefcase, which is the yellow one, so setup 1, and then go down and go over to page 4. So setup 4, sorry, on your briefcase. Go down to USB connection, PC remote needs to be selected. If it is auto, mass storage, or MTP, it will not work. So only PC remote, that has to be selected. Let's go back up and go over to the left to the green globe, and let's go down to, where is it? Sorry, it's right there in front of me. Send to smartphone function, and make sure I messed everything up. I'm not filming this again. Network 1, green globe, go down, page 1, control with smartphone. Make sure that is off. That's all you need to do. If I get any thumbs down for that. So that is basically set up. What we're going to do is we're going to turn our camera off. We're going to turn on the Ronin. There we go. Let's unlock all these. There we go. And we are going to press and hold the RavenEye until all the buttons are on and it turns red. I don't know if you guys could see that. There you go. And it is now red. It is turned on. When it's red, it's basically not connected to anything. It should turn blue any minute now. That means that the Wi-Fi network is ready. And when that is ready, you're going to be able to connect with your phone as long as we turn the camera on. So remember to do that. Turn your camera on so it sends out a signal. Camera connected, there we go. And now it's blue. Now if we go into here and we go into Wi-Fi, let's go into Wi-Fi, record the screen again, and we should be looking for the RavenEye. And I got to tell you, I have to do this a few times. There it is, pops up. And select it. By the way, your RavenEye password is on the very back at the bottom. So just type that in and you will connect. Now, if we connect to RavenEye, RavenEye connected. There we go. That is basically it. You cannot control your ISO, your shutter speed, or your aperture, but you can control a whole load of stuff. As you can see, you can press record. So it's recording, so that is great. That is the only actually thing you can control with the Multi. The green light should be on, so let me just show you that. Let's spin them around. The green light is on, that means it is connected and it is working. And if it is connected and it is working, let me just spin him around so you guys can see yourselves. There you go. Or actually something maybe a bit nicer because you guys, you know. There we go. So basically, if you press center, it will center. If you press this, you can use Force Mobile, you can use your virtual joystick, which is pretty cool. Top right hand side, you have your settings, so your guides, your aspect markers, center point. You can choose shutter to shoot, cache, or shoot and cache. I don't want it saving to my phone. And that's basically it. You can turn on your zebras, you can turn on your false colors, you can turn on red, green, blue, black and white, and color again. You can input your own LUT, which is really cool, and you can turn on peaking. As you can see, there is peaking, and that is basically it. That is how it works. You are now set up to use RavenEye on your phone. So if you select something, there we go, it's now selected. So no matter where I move my gimbal, it is going to follow that. That's it. If you guys have any questions at all about setting this guy up, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to help you. If you like my film and it did help you, give me a thumbs up. That makes a lot of difference to me, believe it or not. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because I'm going to be dropping films like bombs with this guy. Catch you on the next one.